so things didn't go quite to plan with the new bottom end I had. Rings that were on the pistons were basically frozen on there, and there was no way of getting them out without breaking them, so I ordered some new ones, and what happened was I got the wrong part. What I was given was piston rings for an old Volkswagen Rabbit. I found this out after checking the part number and already putting the piston rings in. Thankfully, Rock Auto was kind enough to give me a refund on that. This is kind of what happened. It was basically just swearing in a garage with Alex. We've got a third bottom end, and this one is already got the pistons and everything in it. I just need to put my oil pump on and my rear main seal housing because those ones were new. And we already put a new pilot bushing in because the one that was on there was a little bit old. They're like $4 to replace, and you can get them at like most Tractor Supply places around here. So we just put a new one in. First of all, we're not going to be putting the engine directly back in yet because we've got another order of business. So this tube, this little copper piece or whatever, bronze, that's from my heater core. That should be in the heater core. That came right out, so we're going to solder that back in, but that means we need to get the heater core out. So what does that mean? It means we have to take the whole dash apart. So I was already kind of planning on this a bit because I already took all my air conditioning stuff out, as you guys saw in the last video. So I want to get everything inside the dash out as well and plug up the access ports for the lines going inside the car with just some sheet metal. I've got the welder there, and yeah, just get that out of the way because none of the AC stuff worked in it, and it's easier just to get rid of it than to try messing with it. Considering the age of the car, I don't want to be messing around with parts, and God knows how long I can get those parts for. So yeah, as long as we have heat, that's what matters in Canada. Air conditioning is just a luxury, and I don't remember this being a luxury car. And one more thing, too, is we're actually going to clean out the old Tercel because she's kind of a mess. I've been hauling parts and other stuff with her for like the past few weeks, and I've just kind of neglected to clean it. And there's parts all over the place, so before I do anything, I'm going to clean up the inside of the car and then take the dash apart. Okay, got it all cleaned out for the most part. Car could use a good vacuuming. That's what a long winter does to a car. So now we gotta work on getting back here. And if I'm not mistaken, somewhere's around here area is where I need to dig into to find the heater core. So let's get started on that. Okay, so I've been at it for a bit now, just getting the dash apart, and I also took my steering wheel and column stuff apart. And I was tracing back where to fix my horn. Now, the steering wheel I have works with the car great. The return for this works with the steering wheel, but the actuation for the horn is different. This is all electrical. It had contacts on the back, while this is push style. So I gotta go find a actual Tercel steering wheel and not some other one. It is now 5 o'clock, and I finally got the heater core out. And here it is. Still has some liquid in there. There's the broken piece that I gotta solder back on. I'm probably gonna resolder this because it looks cracked. So here's what we're dealing with. That's supposed to be there. Soldered on. The outlet's not quite round anymore, so we gotta fix that up real quick. Just gonna try and open this up just a little bit so it fits in there better. It's just these files are just fun to work with. Ooh, that's hot. Okay, so as a second line of defense, I put red RTV over the solder joints just in case something happens. So if it gets through the solder, it'll still have to get through a rubberized area. That's just me being me and being cautious. And looking over at the car, it is just completely torn apart. Actually, I'm going to go around this way. Oh my. There's some wiring from the air conditioning. So, yeah. Car is very torn apart underneath here. I've got a lot of stuff taken out. So, it's getting late for today. So tomorrow I will put all this back together. And maybe, just maybe, finally get that engine in. One final thing to note is this is where the AC lines used to go in. I'm going to weld a plate over this. And the little water drain goes down here. I was just going to weld a little plate on that just to keep shit from getting inside the car. And yeah.
The motherfucking world is a ghetto, full of magazines, full clips, and heavy metal when the smoke settles. I'm just looking for a big yellow. It's 6-inch stilettos, Dr. Dre. Hello. Percolating, keep 'em waiting while you sitting there hating. Your bitch is hyperventilating, hoping that we penetrating. You get snating, cause I never been to Satan. But hardcore administrating, gangbang affiliating. MC Winner had you wildin' off a zone and a whole half a gallon. Get the dialing, 911 emergency. You can tell him, it's my son, he's hurting me, and he's a felon. On parole for robbery, ain't no copping a plea, ain't no stopping a G. I'm in the 6, you got